Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie, and if you're new here, I garden in an urban area in my backyard, and I am in zone 6. And today I'm going to be doing a garden tour and showing you all what's going on in my garden. And we'll probably be harvesting a couple things, whatever is ready. I don't have a lot ready right now, but we do have a few things that we will be harvesting today for dinner tonight. So let's go. Okay, and here is my Greenstalk. This is the 5-tier original planter, which is super filled out right now. These are some cherry tomatoes. We're definitely putting on quite a bit of tomatoes here. Yeah, they're looking great. These are getting so tall up here. They're like way up there. I have some marigolds in here just for the little pollinators. I kind of like to bring pollinators to my Greenstalk. Even though I have tons of stuff planted around it, I definitely like to bring them to it. This is a hot cherry pepper, which is something new that I have never tried. We're definitely putting on a few little peppers in here. And then down here, I have the Yolo Wonder, which is just now starting to flower. Looks like there's a couple peppers getting put on. And then, let's see, this one is the Numex Big Jim, which is another one I've never done before. Here's another Numex Big Jim. We have this Genovese basil, which is my favorite basil. And I go through here and I pinch off before they start to flower. I'll pinch off these tops so then it actually bushes out more. And right now it looks pretty good. These don't look like they're about ready to flower. I just kind of pay attention to it because you don't want it to flower. It kind of ruins the taste of most herbs actually. This is, wow, these look great. These are my cayenne peppers. I started these from seed. Wow, they look actually like they'll be ready pretty soon once they start turning a little bit red. Oh, and here's our poblano. Here's one of them. These are looking good. This one's been a little bit slower. This is the Tabasco, just putting on flowers. And this is a Hungarian hot wax pepper. Looking good. Definitely have a few peppers on there. Look at these cherry tomatoes, you guys. Oh my goodness. These look amazing. They have tons of tomatoes on right now and tons more coming in right up here. Another little marigold. Here are my poblanos, which are look really good. They have a little bit longer to go, but you can really harvest them at any stage. I'll probably let them go a little bit longer just to get them to reach full size. But yeah, they look great. And this is, oh, this is my sweet banana pepper, which looks like there's a little pepper coming way back in here. Let's see if I can get in here. So yeah, overall, you guys, this is looking super good. And then down here we have our acorn squash. It's the table ace. And looks like we have some flowers coming in. Definitely have had some flowers drop, and I'm assuming that's due to watering. And sometimes the first flowers do drop on these. So hopefully maybe this week we can start getting some more fruit set. And then here is one of my cucumbers. Don't know the variety because I did not pay attention to that. But I planted 2 in here. And yeah, it's doing good. I did this from seed. Got some snapdragons. And then here is one of my tomatoes. This is my early girl. If you guys were here on some of my earlier videos, you see that this one was really struggling in the beginning, but it's looking quite a bit better. We got some mint right here. Here's my other Greenstalk. Here is some lettuce. This is the red sales lettuce. We got some basil up here. This is the Genovese basil. And then I planted this pepper in here. I know this isn't really, I don't believe this planter is supposed to take peppers. This is the leaf planter from Greenstalk, but I decided to do anyways since I had an extra pepper plant. And then these are my spinach, and they just don't do well in the hot summers where I live. So I'm going to pull them out and I'll plant something else there. And my kale's still going pretty strong, you guys. Pretty happy about that. We've been harvesting this a lot, and we don't have any pests so far. Here is some chard. And then here's our Hawaiian strawberry, which doesn't have any flowers set yet. We've picked quite a few berries off of this. And then I have this one right here, this little pocket next to it where I'm propagating another one, and it's actually already starting to root in. And then down on the bottom, I have all my green beans. And these leaves, you guys, I believe they're turning this kind of yellow right now because of watering. I think that the soil that I have holds onto water a lot and doesn't dry out quickly. And so I do think that's why some of these are turning yellow. I don't think it's a nutrient deficiency. There could be several reasons, but I'm pretty sure that is the one. But they're still doing really well considering. I mean, they have flowers put on, which will be beans. And some of them are setting beans right now, so not really worried about it. And then this is my Chinese spinach, which is purple and green, which I'm really excited for. We'll see how it does with this hot weather coming up. We have another blue curly kale. And then here's our butter crunch lettuce. So we just kind of come through here when we need some lettuce for a hamburger and pull off a couple leaves. This is my favorite lettuce though, you guys. It's like, it's not bitter at all. It tastes great in salads, hamburgers, however you want it. Here's our marigold. And let's see, here's more spinach. This is gonna get pulled as well. This is our Thai basil, which I've harvested a few times already. Oh, it smells so good. Quite different flavors with different types of basil. There are tons of varieties of basil. There's like purple basils. There's basils that are variegated with different colors. Thai basil, Genovese basil, sweet basil. There's lots of varieties. And like my Thai basil versus my Genovese basil have quite different flavors. I definitely love my Thai basil in kind of more my like Asian inspired meals, which we do cook a lot of. Like my Genovese basil and my sweet basil, those are really great for more like my Italian recipes or pesto, anything along those lines. I definitely use my Genovese basil a lot more than my Thai basil. And that's it for this one, you guys. This one's not quite as filled out, but it's still doing well. And then I got my nasturtium down here, which looks so pretty. I absolutely love them, and these are edible. The flowers are edible as well as the leaves. Nasturtiums are funny because they do like poor quality soil, which is very unusual for anything in the garden, but they do better in poor quality soil. So I kind of stuck them right here in this dirt, and I wouldn't say this is poor quality soil, but it's nothing that's been enriched with anything, so it seems to do fine. And right next to this, we have a little tomato plant, which I don't know where this came from because I've never planted tomatoes up here until this year. So it's just kind of popped up. And you guys, I have a hard time pulling out anything that just wants to grow. Our strawberries are doing really well. We harvested these last night. We actually just left for 4 days and came back, and we had tons of strawberries on. We actually still do have a lot on. And these are the ever-bearing strawberries. So we will get them all year. Right now they're a little small. Sometimes early in the season they get a little small, but they taste so good too. Yeah, delicious, you guys. We do have some bigger ones down here though. Look at these. And they get actually quite a bit bigger than this mid-season. They definitely get bigger. But so far I've been really free of pests on these. I mean, here and there there's a couple holes, but for the most part they look really good. Oh, and this pear tree is coming to life. I was a little afraid it wasn't going to make it because it was not setting leaves for a while, but it kind of just blossomed the last couple of weeks and it's looking good. Definitely probably won't get any pears this year since we're pretty behind, but next year I'm hoping we can get some. Plus it's bare root and you're supposed to pinch off all the flowers the first year. So we'll just let it focus on the growing that root system and getting a nice strong pear tree. And then next year, hopefully we can get a few pears. And here's my daughter's garden, you guys. So filled out and looking so amazing. Here are some cherry tomato plants. These are the same ones in my Greenstalk. I definitely would say these are setting more tomatoes than my Greenstalk, but I'm really impressed with the Greenstalk for as far as how many tomatoes it's setting. But she's got clusters. I mean, they're everywhere. Here's another one. And there's two different mixed varieties in here, I think. I actually still don't really know. Because when I started these from seed back in March, some of my tags got a little mixed up. She kind of mixed them up. And so they're either red or they are yellow. But they're both cherry tomato and they're both determinate varieties. These are so pretty. They're looking really great. And we got clusters just about everywhere. And so these are two different varieties. They're not setting quite as much fruit yet, but they definitely have some on, as you guys can see. And the fruit looks quite a bit different as well. We have some sweet alyssum in here, and these are so great for all the little pollinators. You can see them on here. We have some more sweet alyssum in here. And here is some more Genovese basil. We've harvested this one quite a bit. And then we have some parsley back here, which is doing really great actually in the shade. I think it also helps it from not bolting quite as much. And then we have a little zinnia. She kind of planted a few random things in here, so we'll see what pops up. Here's some more cherry tomatoes. These look like a little bit bigger size cherry tomato, but I'm excited to check out this variety. Every single flower set fruit on these, which is so awesome. Yeah, we got fruit everywhere on this one. Here's my sage, which I actually let go to flower for the pollinators. This is some more marigolds. One thing I love about marigolds is the flowers last forever. And then our thyme is coming in. We have some more marigolds, and then in here we have our lemon thyme. Here's some more cayenne peppers. I have 3 of these. These are doing amazing too. They have quite a bit of peppers on. And that will just crush and make a cayenne pepper spice that we can use throughout the year. And then here is my cilantro, which I am letting go to flower. And I'm doing that just for the pollinators. Might get some coriander out of it. And you guys, I still harvest some of these for food, for eating, if I don't have any other cilantro that hasn't bolted or went to flower. And I do find it does taste not quite as good, but it's still pretty good. And then right here we have the Beef Master tomato. We're definitely setting on some tomatoes in here. And then right here's the new girl. We have our beets, which I sowed these a little bit late, but they're coming in. Some green onions. These were from my winter sowing, so these are just kind of a little extra space, just throw them in. I have quite a bit of beans along this row. Look at these, you guys. These are setting lots of flowers in here. And I think I'm gonna move all these potatoes because they are just going insane. I have these in grow bags back here, but I think they're reaching this way because this is where the sun is the most, and they're just gravitating towards that sun. And here are my onions. I started these from a bulb, like a small bulb. They're about like this. And that is the way to go with onions because you're gonna get them so much earlier. Here is, I still haven't asked my mom what she gave me, but I believe this is a butternut bush squash. And here's my eggplant. This is a Little Fingers eggplant, which is about ready to flower. Okay, and here's the peas. I've actually harvested these already. Let's see, I did this 4 days ago right before our trip, and I harvested everything that was about this size and bigger, and we have tons more peas. So one thing about peas is you want to harvest them often, and you're going to get a lot more peas because it's going to put energy towards growing the flowers rather than keeping these growing even bigger. And plus they taste way better when they are smaller. Like this one is, I don't like them much bigger than this because these peas start to get really big and this outside starts to get really hard. But these are awesome in stir fries, and that's mostly how I eat them. Sometimes fresh eating. And then right here we have a black cherry tomato, which is just setting some fruit down here. Here we have all of our carrots, which are doing so wonderful. Little pepper plant in here. This is a Hungarian hot wax. You guys, look at the watermelon radish flowers. They're so pretty. I just could not pull all of them. I had to leave some. But I think they look so pretty in the garden. Some more parsley. And then right here we have a Pink Girl Indeterminate. This has, so all my tomatoes through here have septoria, which is something I'm kind of battling this year, which sucks, honestly. But this is the Pink Girl Indeterminate. These are all my indeterminates. This is my pineapple tomato. Definitely starting to set some fruit in here. Yep, and this one is my early girl. We have some nice tomatoes getting set in here. And here's the septoria, you guys. And so what it does is it starts to attack the lower leaves and it just goes up. But I also have not been on top of keeping it sprayed. I use the Dr. Earth organic spray for these, and it does really help stop it. But when it rains, it does wash it off, so I do have to stay on top of that. And it's really these three that are suffering the most. So thankfully it's not on all of them. Right here I have cucumber. I don't know which variety this is, so we'll find out once it comes. I have some more little green beans. And then this is another volunteer tomato, which I might leave. I'm assuming this is a cherry tomato because I planted tons of cherry tomatoes here last year, so I'm assuming that's what it is. Here is another cucumber. And then we got some Swiss chard I planted in these little pockets. Nasturtium. And this is my Cherokee purple tomato, setting its fruit right down here. There's quite a bit of tomatoes on. I love this variety of tomatoes too. They are really, really great tasting. And then here's a lemon gem marigold. I have a couple of these throughout my garden. And then through here I have some beans, and they're really getting covered by these, but they're still flowering. And with peas, you do not want to pull them because they're definitely pretty delicate. And you just want to snip them just right there. Just like this. It's amazing how fast these grow and how many peas you can get really quickly. Like I said, I did this about 4 days ago. And so that's why I actually don't plant a ton of these peas too, because if you want to pick them quick. Okay, and I just got done harvesting a few things from my garden that we're going to actually be eating for dinner and lunch today. And so this is what I got. I got some 2 beautiful heads of lettuce. I actually thinned out my carrots, which you guys, baby carrots are so yummy. And then I got a few peas, which I will be doing in just like a small stir fry. We got a handful of strawberries, some kale to go along with our salad. And that's what I got from the garden harvest today. I usually harvest my garden. I would say I usually grab something from it maybe every day, definitely our strawberries. And peas I do about twice a week, and some other things. I do thin my carrots out, I would say about twice a week as well. Once they start getting to the size, they start kind of outgrowing their space. So I like to give the other carrots some room to grow. And plus, the baby carrots are so delicious. They're really sweet and tender. I want to say thank you so much for watching this video today, and we'll catch you guys next time.